Yo, what's going on everybody? So Boruto episode 140 is done in the books, and I gotta say, over on Crunchyroll, I love the new wallpaper background where they got the stuff for the Magina Bandits arc in the background, because next week starts the Magina Bandits arc episodes. And I also love the fact that they even teased it with the whole Ino using a raccoon in order to do the Mind Transfer Jutsu, because that's what Shojoji's character is based off of. Something, just a little fun fact for you guys, he's based off of a raccoon. I gotta say, so for this episode, I am gonna be doing a reaction at the end, okay? Like I tested out a few weeks back. So at the end of the review, after I go through the critical points, I'm gonna give you guys my honest takes as I'm watching the episode, just like I did last time. As long as we don't run into any type of issues, I'll continue doing those when the episodes warrant it. But I gotta say, so for this episode here, it's in the same vein as last week. It's a little better than last week's episode. Like, I don't mind when we get the episodes with Team 10 and their development, because this is the thing, like, we've actually seen Team 10 develop throughout the course of the series. Like, they've probably got the most screen time as a team outside of Boruto's Team 7, and so I like the fact that they're building on what we got in, I believe, episode 35. Matter of fact, I know it's episode 35. It's where Inojin tries to learn the Mind Transfer Jutsu for the very first time. And what I like about this is that now they're continuing to build on that, and so we know that Inojin's done some training off screen, and he's used Mind Transfer Jutsu enough to a point where Shikadai is telling him, like, hey, that's part of the Ino-Shika-Cho trio as far as the combinations. Like, I need you to use your Mind Transfer Jutsu. This guy has a hostage. We need to get her out of harm's way. And Inojin, for someone as foul-mouthed, as rude, and as arrogant as he is, and he's an arrogant character. Let's just be real for a second. I like him. He's a savage, but he's got some arrogance to him. And the fact that he gets humbled in this moment, I like it. I like it a lot. And I like how, from a writing perspective, one thing that they do is that they don't just come out all the way and tell us that that's what he's struggling with, okay? Like, they don't come all the way out and say it early on in the episode. Like, you see him freeze up, and then you see later on as Chocho begins trying to dig on it, okay? Like, he has this internal monologue saying, like, hey, last time this didn't work out as good, and then you see it just progressively build before he actually goes to his parents and say, I want to learn how to effectively use the Mind Transfer Jutsu. Now, that goes back to what I've said for a long time. You have showing and you have telling, okay? So to let you guys in on like a little bit of my personal background, so my college degree is English, okay? Like, I studied technical writing, but when I got out of college, I served as an editorial assistant for a publisher. I started out interning. One thing that I will say, okay, is that one thing that I learned is that you have showing and you have telling, okay? And so when you tell people, you just put it all the way out there. There's no real build up to it. When you show people what the characters are going through, where the story's progressing, you look at more of the subtle angles. A lot of shonen, they alter more so on the side, or they teeter more on the side of just telling you this is the main character's conflict. With Inojin, you see it in the small things, like with him being so troubled that he doesn't eat his food, and Chocho's like, well, why'd you let these get hot? And then Chocho understanding, like, hey, you never called me Chubs, you always call me Chubs. Like, she's going through the motions of showing that there's really something bugging Inojin. So I like these little subtle things they did in the episode that kind of makes it work better. This episode had a better payoff than last week's episode, because I like the fact that now, because we have some familiarity with these characters, now the payoff is actually real. And what I like about how Inojin being humbled and going to Sai and Ino and saying, like, hey, I really want to learn how to use this jutsu, is that we're getting closer to a scene that we didn't get in the Boruto anime or in the Naruto anime when they were closing out the Naruto Shippuden series, which is, you have this moment where Ino is overseeing the training of the new Ino-Shika-Cho trio. And what ends up happening is Shikadai ends up following Boruto because he knows Boruto's going to play a prank. Boruto ends up painting the Hokage faces, and Inojin shows up and he realizes that he's the only one that's there. Ino is just flipping a switch, all kinds of switches. She's getting super pissed off that there's nobody there. What I like about this moment here is that we see some of that training. While Shikadai is not there, Ino has Inojin training with Chocho. And what's so crazy about that is we find out one of Inojin's weaknesses, which is the fact that he doesn't have a strong will. And what I like about this right here is that, again, it's something consistent. Inojin does a lot of talking. He does a lot of trash talking, but when you peel back everything, he's got a lot of insecurities as well. Inojin is likely to say some savage stuff, but it's because he's got his own issues that he's working through, and you actually see it on full display in this episode. And what I like about it is how you see his confidence just starts teetering, and then it just nosedives. Like when he fails to use the Mind Transfer Jutsu after successfully using it on the raccoon, all of a sudden this dude, he needs to be picked back up. And you have this great moment where Sai shows up. Sai tells Ino like, hey, he needs to be using the Super Beast Scroll Jutsu. And what I like about that right there is it goes back to teaching. So what I like about this right here is Sai takes the approach, essentially, when a student can't do something, you don't harp on them and say, the only way you learn is you get back up and you try it again, you try it again, you try it again. Like, I don't believe in that philosophy of teaching. I like Sai's approach. Okay, you're not good at this, so let's look at what you actually are good at. Let's take some pressure off of this whole opportunity of learning. Let's build on what you're actually good at, and then we'll come back to what you struggled to. You have to build somebody's confidence back up to where they're like, okay, let me try this again. So I like what you're seeing there with the difference with Sai and Ino. And just as a side note, like when you see these two clashing, at first I was just like, okay, wait a second, they're going with all this back and forth and bickering. I'm not really a fan of this. And then once Ino starts swinging the punches, I'm like, okay, I see where they're going with this from a craft perspective. They're gonna have Inojin have to step in, and sure enough, that's exactly what happens. So Inojin tries to use the Mind Transfer Jutsu and it doesn't work. Ino immediately kicks him out, which was a nice little callback to what you got with the tuning exams where Sakura is able to overpower Ino. So I like that moment right there. I like how you get this humorous moment where Inojin takes over Sai's body. Sai's like, look, I'm gonna let you try and fix this. Ino acts, and I'm not trying to be sexist here, it's just my experience with past girlfriends, but one thing that I've always noticed is that, you know, if you fuck up, you better sweet talk and you better just be upfront and say, look, I know I fucked up, because, and again, this is my experience, you're gonna have to work for that forgiveness. And Ino just escalates over and over. She's like, so what exactly are you sorry for? And then when he gives the wrong answer, she's like, okay, you need to apologize for each and everything. And so she keeps raising the bar because she's progressively getting upset because she feels like it isn't sincere. And so what I like about that moment right there is that when she realizes that Inojin was actually in Sai's body, they progressively raise the bar. Ino's getting more and more pissed off, but where it really pays off, okay, where it really pays off is when Inojin, after Chocho gives him a pep talk, which shouts out to Chocho. I make fun of Chocho. I say all the time that she's gonna end up in a diabetic coma one of these days if she keeps eating all these potato chips. Like, I throw Chocho under the bus as much as I kill Kakashi and What Ifs, as much as I bag on Hinata. Like, that's just a character I'm just gonna throw pop shots at because I know it gets under people's skin. But I will say this about Chocho, like, I gotta keep it real with you. You want a friend like Chocho, because this whole time when Inojin was beating himself up, she was working to try and come up with the answer. And then the other thing that she was doing is once she saw that he was in trouble, she said the right things in order to help build his confidence back up. So I mean, you want a friend like Chocho. Like, I can't stand her, but I love her at the same time. And I make the jokes because I know that it's just low-hanging fruit, and I know I get a reaction on some of you guys, but Chocho came through clutch in the last part of this episode. And I like how, once again, one of the things that they're doing in this episode, really in this series, is they're rewarding you if you read the previous novel. So on this channel, as well as the original channel, Kryptonian Saiyan, I talked about Sai and Ino's love story, and I talk about how the anime version is, in particular on Naruto Explained, I talk about how the anime version is nowhere near what you actually got in the Shikamaru Hiden novel. What I like about this moment here is how they're alluding to how dark of a place that Sai was in when Ino used that Mind Transfer Jutsu. The anime episodes for Shikamaru when they went into the Land of Silence did not accurately depict that scene. And if you want like the full idea of what that scene is, you can check those videos out. But what I love about this moment is you get this opportunity where they reward you for previously reading everything, but also you see that Inojin's finally saying the stuff that is going to get through to Ino. So I like that payoff that you get there, and I like how at the end of the episode, Inojin is essentially getting mastery over the jutsu because he's over to overpower Chocho when it comes to her insane thirst for food. So I like the fact that, you know, they paid off in a cute and humorous way. Thought the next episode preview was pretty interesting because it looks like they're taking some elements of Blood Prison with Boruto potentially feeling like he's innocent, and Mitsuki serving the role of the chick, I can't remember her name, it just started with an R. Looks like Mitsuki knows what's going on in this mission. Boruto might be putting on the front, but I'm interested to see how they handle Hazuki Castle, because for those who don't know, that's Blood Prison, which I have a video about. But I'm interested in seeing where they take that. Now, my episode question question to you guys. It's going to be, how do you feel about how they handle Inojin, where you see the transition of him struggling to learn the jutsu, having his doubts about being able to master it, and then mastering the jutsu at the end? How do you feel about that? Because we hear all the time about how people say we don't see enough of the new generation training. Now you're actually getting it here. But with that being said, let's go ahead and start moving into the reaction part, where you guys see my reaction to some of the more entertaining parts of the episode that I found joy in. Fam, I know she is not taking this man French fries. I know she's not taking this man French fries. She ate a whole ass meal, and now she's taking my man fries, man. Get the fuck out. You know what? I ain't even mad at her. That high ass metabolism. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, hold on. Hey. Look at my man face. Look at my man face for a second. Hold on. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Hold on a second. My man looked like he wanted to say some shit, man. Watch this man face. Watch this man face. Yo, he looked like he got some smart ass shit to say. He looked like he got some smart ass shit, man. Watch this shit. This is why I fucking love Mitsuki in the anime. See, Border and Sada, like, I don't want none of this. My man got the whole ass smile. His eyes lit up. He like, man, I could roast this bitch right now. I could roast this bitch in her whole fucking career. Oh shit, man. They did this shit on purpose, man. You can't tell me they didn't do this shit on purpose. God damn, dude. God damn. I was not expecting this shit. Straight up. God damn. They be doing subtle shit when they throw Chocho on a bus, man. Like, it's like, this generation got two savages in it. You got fucking Inojin, who, like, in episode 2 of the anime, was a straight savage talking shit to Boruto, because he's got Sai and Ino in him. Both of them are sick some smart shit. But then you got Mitsuki, and he's just like, man, I'm a low-key troll these fuckers. Dog, Chocho talking about a good amount of worry makes somebody, god damn, hold shit. Ino got some big-ass titties, dude. Yo, you can see them shits from the side, dude. God damn. Those shits was not that big as an adult, were they? Was I not paying attention? Jesus, man. They got like a little shit. Man, those shits is big, dude. God damn. God damn, man. I got no shame in saying this shit. Man. Jesus, man. I'm a breast dude, man. I don't even give a fuck if it's anime characters and shit. Man, fuck out of here with this shit, man. They doing this shit on purpose, dude. You can't tell me they don't do this shit on purpose. God damn. You see this bitch tits from the side, man. Fuck me. Man, how the fuck, if you think about this shit for a second, if you really think about this shit for a second, right? Fucking Sai fucked around and got arguably the baddest bitch from the last generation. Arguably, he got the baddest bitch from the last generation. This socially awkward motherfucker who doesn't know how to read the atmosphere of a situation fucked around and got the baddest bitch from his generation. How the fuck does that shit even happen? How the fuck does that happen? That's like one of the biggest fucking mysteries, dude. Like, I know officially how it happened, okay? Like, I read the fucking Shikamaru's Hina novel, and the scene's fucking beautiful. Okay, the scene is fucking beautiful. I'm still like in one of them fucking like, Jesus Christ, if you would have told me that Sai would have bagged this bitch and that Sai wasn't a gay stripper swinging on dildos somewhere, I would have called you a fucking liar. Jesus, man. Fuck me. Okay, hold on. So okay, I see what they're doing. Yeah, this bitch having a fucking orgasm over potato chips. You think she got some good dick the way she's smiling, man? Like, Jesus, they had a fucking drool in this shit. Talking about some, you gotta keep Chocho from wanting to eat. Now, I'm watching this shit. You got to get Chocho for wanting to stop eating those potato chips. This bitch ain't never seen some food she ain't like eating. How the fuck you gonna stop her from wanting to eat potato chips? See, that's what I'm saying. She'll knock his ass out. See, shit. See, I'm gonna tell you something, right? I'm gonna tell you something on this shit. See, that's a good ass test. Cause when it comes to food, this bitch got hella willpower. She got hella willpower. She ain't training worth shit. But she got hella willpower when it comes to food. You can't tell this bitch she can't have a barbecue potato chip or any of that shit. But this on some other side though. See, you know why Inojin fucking up, right? And I talk about this in a video I'm working on with Inojin as the topic. It might come out this week. Like, what fucks Inojin up is he too worried about making shit flashy. I'm siding with Sai on this shit, but dude, I can't do that shit, man. Sai's a fucking saint for this shit. Ino about to tweak on his ass. Look at this shit. There you go. She fucking escalating. She fucking escalating, man. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, dude. Sai said all kinds of fucking Hail Marys to this shit. Dude, there is no way. There is no way you could pay me enough to put up with somebody that's nagging like this. Like, Ino is a bad bitch. Ino's a bad bitch. But there ain't no pussy good enough for that shit. Like, unless she got some Harry Potter pussy doing fucking Patronuses and Wingardium Leviosa, or like Hermione said in the movie, it's Leviosa. Like, unless she doing some shit like that, it ain't worth putting up with this bitch. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, that's the type like you fuck. And you make sure you pull out of, you thinking like, yo, man, I put all kinds of babies in the Ino. Nah, dude. Nah, because if you fuck around and nut in her, you gotta put up with that shit. Imagine having Ino as a baby mama. Oh my God, yo. And don't fuck around a lot of this bitch, man. She get all up inside your head with them Yamanaka Jutsu. Oh, fuck no. Oh, fuck no. I don't see how Sai put up with that shit. Like, I be pulling a Sasuke. I be going on missions like a motherfucker. You wouldn't see me for shit, man. I send the fucking check. That's it, man. I'll send a check. I wouldn't be at home on that girl, man. Fuck that shit. Dog, look at this shit. Look at this shit, man. Yo, they about to throw down, but see, I'm gonna point something out to you guys, all right? I'm gonna point something out to you. See, watch this shit. You see how she tweaked on him? You know what they really saying right here, right? Ino and Sai, they all worked up. They telling the kid to stay out of it. This grown folk business, right? What they really telling us is that after all this shit is said and done, after Sai and Ino had their little back and forth, that's going to be some good ass pussy. That's going to be some good ass pussy. Sai gonna dick her down like crazy. Inojin might fuck around and have another kid, dude. Or not another kid, another brother. Like, that's gonna be some good ass pussy. See, that's the thing about crazy bitches, okay? Like, crazy bitches, you don't want to nut in them. But they got some good ass pussy. They got some fire pussy, dude. Like, yo, Sai and Ino, they about to shit. They about to have some good ass sex. They about to have some good ass sex. You see all that fucking tension, they fighting and all this other shit. Like, that man Sai about to wear this bitch out. Sai about to wear her out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go a step further. Because Ino's the dominant one. Sai step up a little bit, okay? Sai step up a little bit, but Ino gonna put it down on him. Ino gonna be the one saying, like, no, we ain't doing missionary. I'm getting on top and riding it like a cowgirl. Ino about to fuck this dude, man. Oh, fuck, dude. I see why Sai ain't fucking left. I see why this dude ain't left. Like, between her being that feisty and everything, and her having that chakra control, can you imagine what she do when she's sucking dick? Oh, my God. You know, this bitch be using chakra control and some more shit, man. Like, just when you think you about the nutter butter inside her mouth, she do some crazy shit with the tongue tricks. And don't get me started what she can do when she start flexing those pussy muscles. Oh my God. Oh, she do chakra control with the pussy.